Fine, thank you very much, man. I'm calling from warp.com.mx, and are you ready for the questions? It's been a while since the last time that Queens of the Stone Age delivered an album. How do you feel with this new comeback, and what kind of feedback you've had from the audience that you've already played before introducing Era Vulgaris?
Well, I mean, this record is something that we're really proud of. Got to play a little bit in Europe. The reactions have been really positive, really good reactions, strong. It's pleasing because, the record took like 10 months to make. We had no idea what we were doing before we went in the studio and, came out with this record. And,
Cool. Hey, I had a chance to listen to the new album, which is awesome. I think it's my favorite album so far. Why did you decide to ask Julian Casablancas, Billy Gibbons, and Trent Reznor to collaborate in your new album?
Well, because, we always like to have guests and also people that you'd never really expect,
Yeah.
Usually we meet these people when we're out on the road and hang out with them long enough and you get a good feeling from them, so invited down, I think people like to learn stuff from other players, and it's always a good change, it was just a matter of like,
Yeah.
why not ask these guys to come down, I love their music, and it's an opportunity for us to have an exchange with somebody that's you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, totally. And did you guys ask someone else and didn't have the chance to be on the record? No, not so far anyways. We've been pretty lucky, everybody that we, like Billy Gibbons was a long shot for the last record. Yeah.
We didn't really expect him to come, but, he did, and that was one of the best friend-making situations, he came down and instantly hit it off, and he, hung out for a few days.
And as a guitar player, which other artists would you like to collaborate on Queens of the Stone Age CD?
Well, I always thought it would be cool to have someone like David Bowie or Tom Waits.
Cool.
Maybe Nick Cave. Some of my favorites.
Okay. Now, let's talk about Era Vulgaris. How long did it take for you to write the lyrics and the songs?
Well, I'll say that, with the exception of making a few on Desert Sessions 9 and 10, the only song that really had any kind of form was a song called Into the Hollow. That was a song that we played on the road last year, on the bus, just kind of acoustic guitars and messing around. But every song was different. Some of them were very, very instant, kind of flowed through. But most of them were very much like pieces that were brought in, that were put together and kind of like assembled and then reassembled and then, thrown in the oven and cooked and then recooked and refried. The time, it's hard to say, some took a month, some a couple of months, some started at the beginning and didn't finish till the end. It's really, every song has its own story, I guess.
Yeah. And why Era Vulgaris?
Of the title?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a loose concept. Era Vulgaris means common era, and meaning the era that we have in common, which is now. So to us, it represents a modern record, you know. Right now, Queens of the Stone Age, you know, it's a different record for us, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that also goes, you know, with the actual performance of the songs, you know, as they're being made, you know, they're being recorded, and that's precious to get, you know. So, and it's raw. So everything about this record is extremely modern, you know. I mean, there's a lot of synthesizer that I was playing, you know, a lot of, you know, we really tried to, you know, spread our wings as far as like, you know, sonically, you know, trying some different stuff. I mean, we went from trash to Motown, you know, so it's really a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly, you know, it's a modern record for us. That's what we use the title for.
And talking about that, it seems to me that you had the chance to record the album under your own terms, you know, like you had fun while recording, and I think it kind of reflects in all the songs. You know, some songs are like spookier, some of them, I don't know if it's Suture Up Your Future, which sounds like you were like very high. I don't know, like, you know, very guitars, like very, I don't know how to say it, like very experimental.
There you go. That's the best way to put it. You know, I mean, I think we don't really have any formula. You know, and we didn't even tell the record label that we started this record until we were halfway done. You know, so they didn't even know. And I think it's important to discover things, you know, about yourself while you're recording. I mean, it's supposed to be a learning process.
Yeah.
And, you know, none of us want to repeat ourselves, and I think, yeah, it's very important to out yourself and do something that you normally wouldn't do as far as, you know, as being a player and a lyricist, and you know, yeah, I mean, having fun is half of it, you know.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite songs on the album? Like, I don't know, 3 or?
I would say the two that I keep going back to are a song called Misfit Love and Battery Acid. Battery Acid is smack in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
And it's the most, like, toxic, you know, heavy to me. It's a very heavy song, and to watch that song go from some chords that shouldn't fit together into like a full song, you know, is really, you know, was really pretty amazing. So those two, you know, and Mrs. Love, you know, just started off as a groove that Joey and I were doing, and it, you know, it just turned into this whole other dance thing, you know. I just really think those are the two most unique and newest Queen sounding songs, you know.